streamless school system to be implemented next year. Taxi drivers must transform and adopt latest technology. Good afternoon, welcome to News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. The Education Ministry's implementation of new streamless system effective next year, which allows greater flexibility for students to choose subject packages, intends to give more freedom to the future generations to pick subjects based on their talent and potential. Minister Dr. Mazli Malik said the packages, in a way, will encourage more students taking up science, technology, engineering and mathematics or STEM subjects.
Saya tekankan kepentingan pendidikan STEM sebagai cara untuk melahirkan murid-murid generasi mendatang yang boleh berfikir secara logik, berfikir secara kritis, berfikir secara mereka cipta, menggunakan teknologi dan menyelesaikan masalah secara tuntas melalui cara yang kreatif dan inovatif.
Dr. Mazli said this when launching the Education Ministry's Teachers Ambassador Program, Yayasan Petronas KPMYP, in the nation's capital. Yayasan Petronas, which partners with the Education Ministry, aims to strengthen teacher skills, provide opportunities for students to continue learning under STEM, and improving STEM education infrastructure. Through the program, the focus will be on teachers in schools where the majority of students are from B40 families. This was in line with the ministry's aspiration to bridge the gap between urban and rural schools. Taxi drivers in the country must transform and adopt the latest technology in providing services to enable them to compete with e-hailing service providers. Transport Minister Anthony Loke Siew Fook said of some 43,000 taxi drivers nationwide, only 10,000 were leveraging e-hailing applications, while the rest were still relying on conventional ways of getting passengers. Speaking to reporters after the launch of #Jom Taxi in Putrajaya, Loke said taxi drivers who applied e-hailing technology could pick up passengers from two platforms, e-hailing and taxi stands. #Jom Taxi is an initiative by TNG Digital Sdn Bhd, which provides an ecosystem for taxi drivers to progress in the digital economy. Loke said the taxi industry was among land public transport modes that had been highly impacted by the rapid growth of digital communications in the country.
Pelaksanaan kemudahan kod QR untuk perkhidmatan taksi menggunakan Touch and Go e-wallet adalah sejajar dengan inisiatif kerajaan melalui Belanjawan Negara 2020 ke arah komuniti tanpa tunai dan memperkasakan orang ramai untuk bersaing lebih kompetitif dan menyediakan pilihan lebih inovatif dan mudah untuk para pengguna.
In a statement, Touch and Go said more than 6,000 taxi drivers had opted to use Touch and Go e-wallet as a cashless payment method, and under #Jom Taxi, every taxi driver will receive 4 ringgit as an additional incentive for each customer who uses the method of payment for the first time. Now, on another matter, Loke said the move to merge the Malaysian Aviation Commission, or MAVCOM, and the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, or CAAM, is to empower the latter as well as to strengthen CAAM's financial position. The Transport Minister said CAAM's financial capability was one of the factors which led to the United States Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA's, decision to downgrade Malaysia's air safety rating from Category 1 to Category 2.
So when we do this merger, one of it is that we want to make sure that we empower them financially. They will be given more power in terms of setting fees, and in the long run they will have financial independence, and they can hire and pay according to a better rate.
Loke said following the mandate from the Cabinet, his ministry would do all the necessary work in the next few months to bring the amendment to the Parliament. He said the merged entity would serve the aviation industry better and CAAM would be the main regulator. On Thursday, the Transport Ministry announced the government will be consolidating the two entities and that MAVCOM's main functions will be transferred to CAAM. The Kuala Lumpur High Court allowed former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak's application to inspect 17,000 documents surrendered by Xavier Andre Justo to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC, as part of the One Malaysia Development Berhad, or 1MDB, investigations. The application was made in relation to the corruption trial faced by Datuk Seri Najib involving 2.3 billion ringgit of 1MDB funds and 21 charges of money laundering involving the same amount. In the application, Datuk Seri Najib sought for a court order to compel the prosecution or any other entities that have the custody, care and control of the documents that Justo surrendered to the MACC in relation to 1MDB's joint venture with Petro Saudi International Limited, either in its physical form or as retrieved from a digital storage device for his inspection. Judge Colin Lawrence Sekera made the decision after hearing submissions from Datuk Seri Najib's counsel, Al-Firdaus Sharul Naing, and Senior Deputy Public Prosecutor, Datuk Seri Gopal Sri Ram. Justice Sekera, in his statement, said the application by the applicant was not a fishing expedition and the materials sought were relevant to the charges in the ongoing 1MDB trial. After the judge delivered the ruling, Datuk Seri Gopal told the court that the prosecution would hand over 17,000 documents via thumb drive to the defence team. Justice Sekera directed the prosecution to provide the documents to the defence within 3 weeks from yesterday. The court fixed 7th of January for case management for parties to update on the handover of the documents. The 4 people, including a 3-month baby boy, were injured after a chain crane fell at a condominium construction site in Bandar Baru Sentul, Kuala Lumpur, yesterday. Now, Kuala Lumpur Fire and Rescue Department Operations Centre in a statement said that preliminary investigations found that a crane fell down on 3 houses and 2 cars, causing obstruction on a road at the location. According to the statement, a distress call was received regarding the incident at 6:34 p.m. and subsequently a team of firefighters with 1 fire engine from Sentul Fire and Rescue Station had been sent to the incident location. The 4 victims, comprising a man, 2 women and a baby boy, suffered injuries and were sent to Kuala Lumpur Hospital HKL to receive further treatment. The cause of the incident is still under investigation. Coming up in sport, M-League kickoff delayed due to ECP. The Malaysian Football League, or MFL, announced that the 2020 Malaysian League season will commence on the 28th of February with the Charity Shield match between reigning Super League champions Johor Darul Takzim and last season's FA Cup winners Kedah in Larkin. Now, this is to ensure that the Economic Control Programme, or the ECP, can be implemented ahead of the coming season with ample time. The program, which is being implemented with the aim of ensuring that Malaysian clubs are signing players within their financial means, sees clubs submitting their roster budgets by 15th December, with MFL approving them by 15th of January. According to the announcement, the 2020 league competition will run until 19th of July. However, MFL added in the announcement that the 2021 season will kick off earlier, as clubs will be required to submit their budget earlier ahead of the 2021 season by 31st of October, with the approval announced a month later on the 30th of November. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for this afternoon. In our top story, streamless school system to be implemented next year. Join us again at 7 p.m. for more updates on the latest happenings around the world. Thank you for watching. I'm Jessica Lee.